Hello comrades, it is Monday morning and I already finished my job. Since March I start my job in Monday very early. Normally it is 3 a.m. As you see or as you hear, I am all the time ill. I have problem with my throat. I can make a little presentation. So the comrade Michael is ill. So I record this video to spread some very stupid information. Normally, when I am talking about the decision taken by the Polish government, I even don't know it is funny decision. It is decision which I can laugh, or it is decision that I need to cry. So mostly of decision of the Polish government, especially the PiS government, which is in power in Poland since 2015, it is stupid decision. But of course, in last weeks, this government it's the stupid government in the world. Already I said a few words about the decision of Polish government to not paying for the gas for the Russia, and now Poland is without gas. And in the same time, when the Poland have, you need to understand, before I said what I want to say, that Poland is one of the poorest country in European Union. The Polish workers are the cheapest labor force in European Union. That all the time, even in the time of course, after in the time of the liberals when they were in government, but also in the time when the Kaczyński's party is in government, all the time the poverty, the level of poverty in Poland is growing and growing. We have millions of people who are living beyond the level of poverty, and I can continue this sad information about Poland. The best test of the Polish society was the epidemic of the in last years, when we see the catastrophe of the Polish society, the catastrophe of Polish hospitals, more than 100,000 people who died. But the level of the demographic curve is catastrophic. That there is more than 500,000 Polish people who died, and only 300,000 who are born. So every year Poland lose more than 150,000 population. So it is something which show you how the living in Poland, it is catastrophe. In last weeks, this catastrophe is already bigger. It is because of inflation, and it is especially very danger for the people who are buying a house in the credit. And now the rate of the credit is two times bigger. Normally, for the most of the people who bought the house for 300,000 zlotys, they paid a rate 1,000 zloty every month. Now they need to pay 2,000 zlotys. So they need to pay 2 times more in the time when everything is much more expensive, when the food is more expensive, when of course the gas, the petrol and other things are most expensive. So you see that the economic situation in our country is very, very bad. It's changed nothing that the Polish government is the militaristic government who want to buy a lot of military stuff from United States. So in last years they decided that they want to buy the military plane F-35 and also the tanks Abrams and many others American stuff, and all these things are very, very expensive in the time when Poland don't have money. And in the time when Poland don't have money, the Polish government decided to give to Ukrainian 200 Polish tanks. So it is something which is I even don't know how to comment this. Firstly, the most important things, it is big risk for the Polish for the Polish state, for the Polish population, because Poland command the tank from United States and from Great Britain, but these tanks don't, they are not in Poland yet. But already they send the Polish military stuff to Ukraine. So now Poland is without weapons, because another weapons Poland sent to Ukraine before. So before they send all these small things, and now they send 200 tanks. It's the so you see this strange thing that in the same time when the Poland is one of the poorest country in the Europe, sent to Ukraine the most is absolutely championed for sending weapon to Ukraine. Of course, the Polish state, the Polish society don't have money for this, but they decided without asking any Polish people. It was a decision which now we knew from media, and we knew that these Polish tanks are already there, so we can't do nothing. These tanks are already there. So, so you need to understand the situation that in socialist Poland, in Poland existed the Polish armed industry. Poland were capable to produce tanks. Poland were capable to produce another military stuff. But after Contrrevolution, all these things were destroyed. And especially when the Poland became a member of NATO, all the Polish military industry was destroyed, because NATO, it is organization which give a possibility to United States to sell weapons to the poor countries like Poland without military industry. So they wanted to destroy Polish military industry, and now Poland is totally dependent from United States. And all the military stuff in Poland we need to buy from America, so we can't produce, but we gave the things for free. for free. And you see, all my life in the capitalist Poland, every day they repeated that capitalism, it is something that the socialism is finished. Socialism is finished. It's nothing for free. It's nothing for free. You need to hard work. You need to hard work, and that's all. And if you hard work, you will earn money. And so if you want to earn little money, you need to work hard. If you want to have for free 200 Polish tanks, it's you have to build in your country the monuments of the guys who are responsible for killing people, because the Zelensky and his band, they are responsible for building the monument of Stefan Bandera, the other guys from UPA, and all these guys responsible especially for the ethnic cleansing in 1943, 1944, and after. And it is the only country, Ukraine is the only country which all the time build the monument for the people responsible for the killing more than 100,000 Poles are the hero of the Ukraine. Especially they are the biggest hero from the Azov, and because they are the biggest hero from the Azov, Poland decided to send them the Polish military staff. So so now is the question, who decided and why decided for these things. I think that it is criminal thing, because most of the Polish politicians who are responsible for the collaboration with Ukrainians, they are corrupted. We have big example of the guy named Sławomir Nowak. Sławomir Nowak, he was a minister in the time of Tusk. Responsible for the building roads in Poland, and after he starting to build roads, building roads in Ukraine. Of course, in Ukraine you can't find these roads, but Sławomir Nowak, he take a lot of money, so he was arrested and he is in the prison. I don't know, he's in Polish prison, on Ukrainian prison, but he is in prison because of the corruption. And I think that this thing that 200 Polish tanks now in Ukraine, it is only the question of the corruption, that the Ukrainian oligarch, they paid money for the Polish politicians, and it is how it's work. It's very popular to this big contract, military contract, that there are corruption. Of course, normally it is corruption that some country which produced something, and they corrupt some politicians. Here it was something different, that we have the tanks which belonged to the socialist Poland, and now this band of the thieves, they take money from the Ukrainian oligarchs or Ukrainian murderers or Ukrainian fascists, and give them the Polish military stuff for free. So now Poland is without weapon, small weapons, without tanks, without Polish military industry, without money. But we have Jarosław Kaczyński, Andrzej Duda, and all these guys. So the another question is how the Russia will what will be the response of Russia, because before they didn't wanted to send tanks, because they said, oh no, we can't send tanks because Russia will be angry. And now they send 200. 200 is something which you can change the Poland. Now they want Poland wants to buy 57, I think 57 American tanks Abrams. And when they talked about these 57 Abrams, they said, oh, with 57 tanks we will win every war. So we will win every war with 57 American tanks. So it is why 200 tanks we give you for free.